Good morning, Val.
Hello. I did
You muted. I can't hear what you say.
I did the class yesterday at 5 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, so we had a visitor and they told me they were coming for an hour, but they left at 10:30. So
Well, I'm glad you did it. Did you like
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it was hot there, huh?
Oh my, yeah. It is hot here today too.
Oh, I see.
our
Okay. No,
humidity
I do it all. I may not follow the class, but if I don't, I do it later.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna mute.
All right. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning. Thank you for the email.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. I got it.
Amen to that.
Yes. It's so frustrating. I think it was just our email server had a latency in it. So
Yeah. Not to worry. I got 2 for 1 yesterday, actually. So thank you.
bonus. It's a bonus.
Yep. I think Sue did too. I think she did an extra Sunday class.
Oh, nice.
And so
Yeah.
I'm going to do a Monday, 8 a.m.
Okay.
weight class tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
Val, are you available at 8 a.m. tomorrow?
Yep.
Yes?
Yes, got thumb up.
Okay. I'm going to do a weight class. I'll send out the link tonight. Just because we had issues. So, and you know,
Issues.
you can never do enough weight. Where's Sue?
Oh. I don't know, but I'm going to mute now.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, guys. Pass and
Chris, you're out of town.
Christy, you're out of town. My sister's out of town.
Mark's sleeping.
Mark is asleep, but he might join.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get it started because I
You're ready.
want to participate in our Sunday fun day. Let's bring our feet the width of our mats and run the sides of our feet parallel to our mat. Let's take your hips and like wiggle them side to side. So just simply moving side to side. The knees, I want you to keep just a slight bend, but keep them mostly straight. And then hold on to the right side as we push out. Take your right hand up and away. And then let it sweep across the midline of the body. And then switch sides. And then switch again. And then one more time on our left side. And when we come upright, bring the right hand up and reach both arms to the sky. Now, from your earth, I'd like you to take the ball of each big toe, push it down into the earth. And then I'd like you to try to rotate the big ball of that big toe inwardly towards the center line of your body. You're going to feel the inner thigh muscles start to activate. Let's keep that strong activation as you pull your butt back and then fold all the way down. Today, we're going to focus on centering the body. Bringing our extremities back to center, utilizing our core. Now, as you inhale, extend to a flat back. Pull your chin up and in towards the neck. Try to fold in a little deeper, and then just lightly rest your fingertips on the earth. So we're not really pushing off with the arms. Now let's get broad across the shoulders. Open the palms to face each other, or rotate them inward. Draw back the hips a little more. Feel more weighting to the heel. Keep the extension in the back as you lower your butt. So you're just going to bend through the knees. Now, let's take your heels and try to externally rotate them or push them away from the body as you drive the ball of each big toe into the earth. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, stand tall. Sweep the arms to the sky. Good morning. Now fold halfway forward, bring the arms into the body, open the palms to face the earth. Keep that spine long. Pull your neck in, your chin in towards your neck. So when I say that, it's almost like the back of your head is lifting. And if you're feeling compression, you're probably doing this with a compressive force. I want you to try to find length through the neck as the head pulls up. Make your chest proud. Expand across the shoulders. Take your hands forward. Palms turn to face. Now lower your butt. Unhinge through the hips as the butt remains low. So our back's going into more extension. And as we open through the hips, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, fold all the way down. Bring your hands to the earth and step back to your plank. Nice. Now, drive your heels towards the earth. Take the bend under the knees, or almost locked out, if you will. Now, I want you to sink into the shoulders. Pull the head, the back thereof, upward. Pull your hips up and back to down dog. Take a couple breaths, starting to open up and awaken the body. I'm going to articulate the shoulders a little bit as we come back to plank. And then pull hips upward and backward to down dog. Pull your hips high to the sky. Come up onto your toes. As you come back to your plank, drive your heels towards the earth. Walk out through the knees. Let's sink into the shoulders. And then push back away from the earth and then sink into the shoulders. This is like scapular push-ups. So the elbows aren't really bending. It's just the elevation of our upper body is increasing and decreasing through our shoulder joint. Just simply working to warm up those muscles in and around the shoulder capsule. Now, hold in the low position. Pull your hips up and back. Push up into the toes. Drive your heels towards earth. Lower the knees gently down upon the earth. As you separate the knees wider than hip width, let the backs or tops of your feet come in contact with the earth as you pull your hips back into child's pose. Let's walk the hands forward. A nice pull and lengthening through our lats. Try to walk the fingers forward a little more, which is basically pulling the whole shoulder carriage forward. Let's give a little bit of a tug of war here. Let's pull with the tailbone backwards as the fingers walk in the opposite direction, seemingly finding length along each and every inch of our vertebrae. And across the shoulders, feeling a nice lengthening of all those muscles. As we walk our hands back under shoulders, let's bring the knees underneath the hips. Now, if your elbows have rotated inward, I want you to externally rotate them slightly. And with the hands not moving anywhere, we're going to create an isometric activation towards the center of the body. So I want to try to pull both arms together as you spiral the elbows externally or away from the body. You're going to feel your pecs, those strong pecs of yours engaging. You feel them?
I do.
Yes. Now, coming back to center with this. Let's do the same with the knees. We're going to try to pull them in towards each other. Again, it's not a physical movement of either or of anything. It's just an activation. Make the spine long, neck long. And then just relax everything. Come back to your plank pose. Get there any way you can. Now, same thing we just did on our knees. We're going to try to pull the hands together as we sink into our shoulders. I'm going to keep that muscle activation we just created active as you pull your hips upward and backward. Push high onto the toes. Drive your heels towards the earth and oscillate between those two. Let's everyone meet back in our plank position. Lower the knees. Step the hands back under the shoulders. As you let your head fall, take this a string. I'm going to call it an imaginary string. Tie it to the center of your spine and then start to pull up. And as the center of your spine pulls to the sky, let your head relax. Just let it kind of dangle there. Pull your belly button up and in. Hollow out that belly. Now keep the belly hollow, and then push your chest towards the earth and bring the back of your head towards the sky. So your gaze is straight down. You can see your fingertips easily. Sink into the shoulders, pull your head a little higher, push your chest down, take your tailbone, rotate it upward to the sky. As that belly button continues to suck upward and inward to the spine, let's reverse this. Let the head dangle. Try to tuck the hips under just a little more. And then as you come back to a neutral spine, take your right hand, reach it forward. Make the arm long, pull it long with the fingers. And then take the thumb as it aims to the sky. Imagine someone's grabbed your thumb and it's starting to elevate your whole arm. And then lower it back down. As you reposition the right hand, take the left hand forward, thumb pulls to the sky. And come back down. Lift off the knees slightly, pull the hips upward and backward. We're in a narrow stance, down dog. Drive the heels towards the earth. Come up to the toes. Drive the heels to the earth, hold down there. Bring the knees to float just above the earth. And we're going to come out of this by walking back and come into a weighted position on our feet. Spine's nice and long as we fold down. Now take the spine into flexion. Try to come in towards the legs as best you can. As you inhale, extend. As you exhale, lower the hips. As you inhale, stand tall. Sweep your arms to the sky. Hello again. Exhale, release. Draw your shoulders up. Expand, get wide across the chest, open the palms to face forward. Beautiful. Now, come to the front of your mats. As you step your left foot back, you're going to be up on the toes. It's very important here from a muscle activation that we realize something. So I'm not pushing heavy to my toes. I have my knee well back of my ankle, and I'm going to elevate the hips. So I'm using my heel to drive force down, and I feel a little bit of a pull in my hamstring on my right side. Hopefully you feel the same. I'm going to lean in, and I'm going to hold on this for a second. Now, centering the body. I'd like you to take the heel of the front foot and the big toe of the back foot. It's slightly diagonal, so there's an oblique pull here. I want you to pull the heel of the right foot and the toe of the left foot together through the center of the body. It's going to intensify the activation in that hamstring of the right leg. And if you're feeling that, you got it. Now, sweep the arms to the sky, keeping that chain of muscle active. Bring your hands over heart. Step the back foot forward. Switch sides. Elevate. Coming from the heel and toe, like a scissor kind of connecting. I want you to pull the 2 points together as we lean in, realize that intense activation. I want you to enjoy it. Why? Because that's change happening to your body. Now, sweep the arms skyward. Hands come hard, back foot steps forward, opposite side. So this scissoring action is a nice event for our body. Let's take the hands back. Pull the right heel, left big toe together. Starts to use the medial or middle muscles of our legs and kind of connects through our hip or pubis area and creates a much more stable activation, gives us more proximal strength. Take a big inhale, exhale, sweep the hands sky. This really activates our posterior chain by raising the arms. Of course, you feel that, right? Bring hands heart, step up, opposite foot steps back. Elevate the hips, scissor the legs together. Keep those palms facing the earth. On this side, I feel a little more shaky. I'm not sure if the same is true. One side's gonna be stronger, more dominant than the other. As your arms sweep to the sky, remember, you're still pulling heel to big toe. If struggling with this, it's because you've kind of lost this connectivity. That's very important for lower spinal stabilization. Hands heart, back foot forward, hands push to the sky. Are you sweating as much as I am? Yeah. Fold halfway forward, bring your arms parallel to the floor, and then bring your upper body the same. Pull the back of your head to the sky, make your chest proud and separate those shoulders. Bring the hands out wide beside your body. Palms are still facing the earth. I'm going to back down a little from me. Now, take the back of the hands and elevate them to the sky. And then slowly lower the palms to come face each other right underneath your body. And then slowly, palms facing the earth, take the arms back up. Lift a little higher, slowly lower. And then sweep back up. And then lower. Now, lower your butt. Sweep the arms forward and up. Thumbs are aiming to the sky. Squat those hips a little lower. Stand tall. Fold forward. Walk out, plank. Hover low. We're going to get a little bit of momentum going. Push back up. Hover high. Hips pull up and back, down dog. Knees lower. Hands walk back. Come to a standing position as you inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Hands heart. Depending on where you are on your mat, I'm going to take the left foot forward so that the left foot back so the right foot is forward. Sorry about that. As we lean in, extend the arms out. Now, in this position, same thing as we practiced earlier. So as we reach straight out with the arms, try to pull the right heel and left big toe together. Keep that active and then rotate the body to the right. This feels like there's a lot of work going on. Come back center. Rotate back. And center. Now hold here for a second. Re-engage that pose. Take the heel and toe, try to pull them together like scissors coming together. Keep that active. Rotate right. Come back center. Slowly fold on that front leg. Step back plank. Hover low. Hover high. Pull your hips up and back, down dog. Bend the knees. Walk the hands. Come into standing, depending on where you are in the mat, stepping left foot forward, right foot back. As we elevate the hips, lean in. Sweep the hands forward. They're up shoulder height. Palms are facing. As we remain in this leaning position, right heel, left toe, pull together. Rotate left. Kirsten knows the program. She's got going ahead. Come back center. Rotate left. Come back center, hold. Let's re-engage with this. Take the heel and toe, pull, pull, pull. Rotate left. Come back center. Slowly fold. Step back plank. Hover low. Hover high. Hips up and back, down dog. Take the right leg, lift it to the sky. Step the right foot forward. We're framing that front foot with the hands. Step the right hand in front of the left foot. Now, coming back to center. Whether you're on your left knee or off of it, I'd like you to take the right knee and pull it into the center line of your body. Let's keep that muscle activation we just created as you take your right arm, reach it out beside you. Now, continue to pull center the right knee, take the right hand, raise it to the sky, and then take the right shoulder and follow along. So we're rotating through the trunk as we pull the right knee into center. Come back down. Step back plank. Hover low. Hover high. Pull up and back down dog. Knees float the earth as the hands walk back. Unhinge, come to the sky. Fold all the way forward. Walk back plank. We're making this a little more aerobic today. You probably noticed, right? Now, pull your hips up and back down dog. Left leg lifts to the sky. Step the left foot forward. Frame it with the hands. Left knee pulls to the center line. Step the left hand inside the left foot. Hold on that activation. Those medial or inner thigh muscles. If they're shaking, they're developing. How's it feel? Oh, feels hot, Kirsten says. Yeah, it feels like I'm a big sweaty mess. Now, take the left hand out beside the body. Before we do anything else, pull the left knee towards the center line of the body. Raise the left hand, raise the left shoulder. Frame that front foot, step back plank, up and back down dog. Pull the hips high to the sky. Come back to your plank. Lower the knees and hover, walk the hands. Slightly different transition. As we come onto the feet, fold forward and hang out. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. As you exhale, pull the hips back. Pull back a little more. Try to get as much weighting of your body into the heels of both feet. Now, while you hold back the hips and get that weighting to the heel, take the ball of each big toe, push it into the mat. Try to spiral the toes in towards each other. So the outsides of the feet are probably lifted from the mat, and that's fine. I want you to focus on that internal back to center rotation. Let's lower so all toes now connect with the mat. Extend as you inhale. Fold back down as you exhale. Lower that butt. Stand tall as you inhale. Sweep your hands to the sky. And let me say hello again. I'm going to step to the front of my mat. You can stay where you are. I'm going to rotate the palms to face forward and kind of make a little triangle. So the big or fingers of the hand and the thumb are connected. Now, straighten the arms as best you can. They can be in front of you, but as best you can, I want you to find where you can have nice straight arms. And then I want you to rotate through the shoulders. It's okay, I'll come back. Oh, okay, so let's lower the elbows, shoulder height. And then let's pull the elbows back over the shoulders and then lower the hands to the height of the shoulders. Now, while you keep this all in place, pull your butt back. So you're going to fold in a little bit. The hands don't really need to keep elevated at shoulder height. I'd like you to keep them just where they are. So if I stood up, my hands and shoulder and all the 90-degree angles between the shoulders and hands would be the same. I'm just leaning forward a little bit. Pull the back of the head backwards. Beautiful. Now continue to fold down. Halfway down. So back runs parallel to the earth. Keeping the palms facing the earth. Raise the hands back up. Shoulder height. Lower. And raise. Oh, yes, those are your external rotators of the shoulders. Screaming at you, hopefully. Saying, I really love this. Oh, let's do it one more. And then hold in that spot, the hands up, shoulder height, stand tall. Now, pull the elbows back, far back as you can, keeping the parallel orientation, perpendicular orientation of the forearms. Push your hands to the sky. And then lower your elbows, shoulder height. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's one time where we want compression. Push your forearms parallel, perpendicular to the earth, to the sky. Lower back down. Take it nice and slow, Kirsten, because you know how much this feels good for you, even though it doesn't feel like you want to be here anymore. Come back down and relax the arms. Oh, sweep the hands back to the sky. You're welcome. Fold all the way forward, step back to your plank. Oh. Feel like I went for a swim. All right. Pull your hips upward and backward to down dog. Oh, someone's grunting over there. Yeah, exactly. Is there more instruction to this, or are we just supposed to be? Yeah, you're just supposed to be right here, just hanging out. Come back to your plank pose. Oh. Sink into the shoulders. Push back up, lower and raise. And then hold up, sink back down, pull both hands together, back to the center line. Keep that center line pull of both hands. Pull your hips upward and backward, down dog. Squeeze those hands together. Come back center. Come back plank. Lower the knees. Separate them hip width apart. Bring the back sore tops of your feet to the mat. Pull your hips back. Walk out child pose. Tug award the body. Tailbone pulls back. Fingertips. Walk hands and arms forward. As you walk your hands back towards your body, coming up onto all fours, I'm going to take the left hand, step it forward, and I'm going to take your right hand and bring it underneath the arm. And I want you to reach out forward. Before we come down, I want you to just kind of reach forward so there's a rotation through the trunk of the body. Now let the top of the right hand hit the earth, and I want you to gently bend through the left elbow and slowly lower your right shoulder to the earth. And at the side of your head, gently alight on your mat. I want you to avoid any compressive force by having too much stress through the neck. So we're supporting the head, not by letting it rest on the mat, and not pushing off with it. We're using the back of the right arm to help provide push into our mat, so the head has just enough support and can lightly rest on your mat. So the shoulder itself is a nice release, or the muscles thereof. Now, start to come up by pushing the left hand into the mat. You're taking the bend into the left elbow, sweep the right hand back, step it over to the right side, take the left hand, sweep it through, and then as you bend the right elbow to gently lower the left side to the mat, come down slowly. Same setup, opposite side. Push the left forearm into the mat. Your right arm is actively working too, right? It's kind of pushing away so the neck has very little compression through it. Start to straighten that right arm and lift the body. Bring that left hand back. Bring it out equal in height. Take your toes, tuck them under, and separate them so the knees are wider than hip width apart, but so are the feet. So you have a big wide stance down there. Bring your hips slightly forward and then take your knees off the earth and pull your hips up and back to down dog. Basically, the four corners of your mat are met with hands and feet. Pull your hips higher to the sky. Come back to your plank pose. Bend both knees and hover just above the earth. Try to keep the knees on the sides of your mat. Pull your hips backwards over the heels. This is a very active pose. You should feel a lot of muscle working. You can use your knees to offset some of the work if you need. Keep the knees wide, mat width, hips pull back. Spine's long, back of head is pulling towards the sky. Come back to your plank. Knees straighten. Knees bend and hover, hips pull back. Upper body is going to parallel to the earth as best you can. Come back to your plank. We're going to do this one more time just because I love this move so much. Knees bend and hover, hips pull back. Oh, come back to plank. Pull your hips up and back, down dog. Triceps are probably screaming. Listen to them. Take your right foot, step it up in between the hands. Framing that foot. Extend to a flat back. Now, take the heel of that front foot. Pull it to the big toe of the back foot. Take the toe of the back foot and pull it towards the front heel, keeping that nice activation to the center of the body. As you inhale, extend the spine, pull the neck long, take the back of the head, lift it to the sky, take the hands, sweep them forward, unhinge the body. Oh, fold down, step back, plank, pull hips up and back, step the left foot forward, keep folded, take the left heel, pull it back to the right big toe. Take the right big toe, pull it up to the left heel. Extend. Pull that back of the head up. Take the hands forward. Sweep up. Oh. Exhale, fold. Step back, plank. Pull up and back, down dog. Push to the toes. Drive the heels to the earth. Walk the hands back, lower the knees, Have a seat. Oh, nice. Lower down all the way onto your backside. Have to make sure I can still see, get all this salty water out of my eyes. Oh. As you extend the legs all the way out, separate them hip width apart. Keep a little flexion in the foot or the ankle so your toes are aiming to the sky. I often see people have external rotation, like their toes splay outward. So aim them straight up today. That's you, is it? You finally admit you're guilty? All right, now hollow out your belly. Keep it hollow, reach the hands to the sky. Palms are turned to face. Separate your fingers widely. Beautiful. Now, take your arms, reach them all the way back. If your chest is popping, try to just keep that hollow out tummy. Try to keep it from popping up. See if you can reach your thumbs back to the earth. Come back up. Hands are over chest. Let's take the fingers and cup them and bring the fingertips and thumb together. So they have grapefruit. I could place it in between your hands because it's cupped. Let's push the fingertips and the thumb tip together. Let's make your arms nice and long. Now, let's keep that muscle activation. That's kind of like the center pull of the body. We have muscles pulling both hands together because we're really kind of pushing them together. Let's take the back of the head up off the earth, pull the chin in towards your chest, and then take each vertebrae of your spine and pull it off the mat one at a time. And continue to do that all the way up to a seated position. Keep that upper spine in flexion. Take the fingertips, that globe that you're holding, and extend it out towards the heels of the feet. Let the head rest. Now, keeping the flexion in the spine from the base of the spine with the fingertips and thumbs still pressing together, arms long, carving out or hollowing out the tummy. And from the low spine, one vertebrae at a time, slowly come down to your mat. Oh, release the fingertips, palms open to face, toes descend gently and slowly above the head to your mat. Bring the hands back up over your chest. Time to do it again. Cup, push together, keep active. Pull your chin in towards your chest, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly pull up as you hollow out your belly. Keep the spine in flexion. Fold all the way in, reach that globe between the feet. From the tailbone, from the coccyx bone, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the spine in flexion. Hollow out the belly, coming down, slow, slow, slow. It's a triple slow. Release the fingertips, pull the hands back, separate the fingers widely. Oh, yes. This is the easy part, right? All right, come back up. Let's take the right foot, bring it over top of your left thigh, and then lift the left leg into the air. So it's kind of like the number 4. Now, if you have a towel, please use it to grab around the back of the knee. And if you don't, you can simply reach behind, grab the knee with your hands, fingertips. I'm going to try and reach up and grab my big toe because I can. And if you can do that, that's fine. If you can't, this is not a, I can't do it. It's a do it that works best for you type of movement. So I want you to try to pull the right leg towards your body and then across the center line of the body.
The right leg or the left?
Sorry, the left leg. Kirsten loves when she corrects me. Yes, through the process, that's it. The left is the order the right side of the body. Center. Yes. Switch sides. This left leg elevates. Try to keep straight out through the knee. Fingertips, towel, grab any way that you can. I'm going to go with my toe on the right side. I'm going to start pulling the leg towards me and then across the center line of the body. And I'm going to feel a nice pull over the side and medial, the lateral sides of the body. As I pull back and across. Like, oh my goodness, those muscles, they feel a little tense. Come back center. Release, extend the legs all the way out. Reach the hands above your chest, cup the fingers, push the fingertips together. We have to get off our back, so we're going to do it with our abdominals. As we push the fingertips, take the chin, drop it into your chest, one vertebrae at a time, pull up to a seated position as you hollow out the belly, keep the spine flexed. Reach those hands between the feet. And then release, extend to a flat back. Awesome. Take both feet together, bottoms of the feet. Now, position in and out depends on what is best for your hips and the length of those inner thigh muscles. If you can, I'm going to reach down, grab over the ankles. I'm going to pull my spine long. I'm going to take my chin up, and then I'm going to drop it so that the underside runs parallel to the earth. And then I'm going to pull my head backwards. Make my chest proud, expand across the shoulders. Now let's bring our spine into flexion. So the upper body is going to kind of dive forward. And let it fall with control, of course, in. So I'm going to widen out my elbows and let my spine flex, flex, flex. Let my head just kind of work its way towards the earth as best it can. And now we're going to go to spinal extension. So I'm going to pull the back of the head up. And I'm going to start making my chest proud. And I'm going to start to grow the spine and the neck. And then I'm going to exhale and let the spine and neck come into flexion again. It's kind of a misnomer because the spine's flexing, but the neck is actually extending. Now pull the back of the head, start to extend the spine, and then come up to a seated position. Pull the knees together. With assistive hands or one vertebrae at a time, come back down onto your mat. Take the right leg and bring it over top of the left. Try to keep the left and right knee as close together as possible. Let's use the right leg as a mechanism to pull the left leg towards the earth. So we're rotating towards our right side. Now, if you can, or as best you can, float the knees. So it's not about making a connection with the earth. In fact, it works more against us for this stretch if they are on the earth. I want you to float the knees. Just take your left hand, reach it up above your body, and then diagonally, kind of an oblique reach. It's reaching away, not straight above your head, kind of like at a 45-degree line away from the body. Let the right hand fall towards the earth. Now, tug of war if you can. Imagine the knees pulling in one direction and the hand pulling in the opposite direction, across and over the hip. You should feel a nice lengthening of those lateral muscles of the side body, extending up and into the shoulder, down and over the hips, maybe even along the iliotibial band towards the knee. Let's come back up. Switch sides. Floating the knees as we take them down to our left side. You can come up onto the left shoulder if you'd like too. That's kind of nice. Side body. Take the right hand to the sky and then diagonally reach it back. And then try to rotate the right shoulder towards the earth. It's not important that it gets upon the earth. This is more for lengthening as opposed to an achievement of grounding. We want to make sure we have the opportunity to lengthen these lateral side body muscles. Pull the knee in the opposite direction of the hand. Take another breath. As you exhale it, come back up. Yes. Pull both knees up and into the chest. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Rock forward and back. And if you can, rock all the way up to a seated position. How are we doing time? I have a minute left. Oh. Un minuto? Sorry. It's hot yoga for sure, yeah. Let's take your hands, reach them, walk them forward. And then let the upper body just fold in. So let's walk the hands back towards your body. When we're in the seated position, join me with hands over heart. Let me thank you for your amazing participation today. I appreciate you being here and I thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste in
It's
bed.
Namaste, Sean.
Oh, thanks, Val.
Thank you, guys.
Where's Garrett and Bryn? They're home?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brent just
Hello.
called like a minute
Hello.
ago. Yeah, they're home.
Okay.
So he's stuck with me. He's stuck with me.
Hello, girls.
Hi.
That was good. Stretchy
Yeah.
bendy.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, thank
good.
Oh my God, yesterday for a Father's Day present, I took Sean and I
you.
to a Thai massage. Have
Ooh,
you ever had a Thai massage?
no.
Have you, Val? Oh my God.
Yes, it's amazing.
It was, I mean, I've had a million massages over the years and it was just very unique and amazing and wow, that's all I'm gonna say. So if you ever get a chance to go for a Thai massage,
It was very painful.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend
I like
it.
that.
They're very painful. So
Yeah.
I
I like
have,
that. I like sports
They're
massage.
not afraid to dig in. It's basically, it's like a good therapy because they do a lot of like trigger point release, but there's a lot of like, oh my God, I think my body's going to break. And now I feel good.
Okay, so I'll have to look that baby up. I have to make sure it's not a sex shop or something, right?
Yeah, no, so you have to go on and read all the reviews. Like
Yeah.
this place did not come recommend it. I just researched it online and then I read all the reviews and I knew that it was going to be, you know, legit. And it's a small place. So there were only two masseuses. One was the owner, then the other one
Okay.
was a masseuse. And it was just the two of us in there. It was super clean, super nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they were just literally amazing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's on my list. Now on my
Yeah.
list.
Where did you have
Cool.
yours, Val?
in Seoul. Every time I go to Seoul, I have a Thai massage.
Oh, nice.
And-
Wow.
And the woman says like, strong? And I said, strong. And she said, no, I'll do it very light for you. And light was like, oh my God, strong.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it was just such a great experience. In Vienna, Virginia, I used to be, well, my friend passed away, but she was Korean and she took me for a Korean massage, or what they call Korean spa. Now that was definitely an experience. You feel like you're a slab of meat. You're in a room, they have a whole bunch of tables. They have a sink. You have no clothes on. Nobody has any clothes on. And they hose you down on the table. They wash your hair. And they put you in
Wow.
another table, and then they massage you, and then they put you in a hot tub. Nobody has a stitch of clothes on. The place has like, 15 beds. And it was the most bizarre experience that I ever went through. And I wouldn't do it again, but it was definitely an experience. So, but I loved the Thai massage. I'm like, Sean and I need to do that once a month.
That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. So
I'll look
Sue,
that-
you weren't on because you showed up a bit late, but I'm going to do a weight class tomorrow morning at 8:00. And if you can join in, great. Sean will send the link out tonight.
Sure, well, I didn't realize that, I thought your class wasn't working at all. Like Annie and I couldn't get on, which is so weird because it's like a Canadian thing. Like, I don't understand. But
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
realize you were doing the class. You don't
They
have
were,
to do
they
another class, right?
quarantine emails coming from the States.
Exactly.
Anyways, if you're free at 8:00 tomorrow morning, come exercise.
No, but you
with
don't
me.
have to. You
No,
sent a
I
link.
want to. I'm doing it. 8:00 tomorrow morning. Be there.
I'll be
And then
there.
I'm going at 12:00. I'm going it for a mammogram. My
Oh,
okay.
just my annual routine.
That's a
Okay.
good thing to do.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
just
I will
a
be
great thing.
there, but you didn't have to. I didn't realize
No.
that you were busy and Canadians were just like out to lunch here. That's.
No, it's fine. Shit happens, technology, whatever. So we'll see you guys. Have a happy
Val.
Father's Day to all the dads.
Yes.
Happy
Love you
Father's Day.
guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye, have fun.
Okay, bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.